In engineering, science, and statistics, replication is the repetition of an experimental condition so that the variability associated with the phenomenon can be estimated. ASTM, in Standard E1847, defines replication as the repetition of the set of all the treatment combinations to be compared in an experiment. Each of the repetitions is called a replicate. Quote, replication is not the same as repeated measurements of the same item. They are dealt with differently in statistical experimental design and data analysis. For proper sampling, a process or batch of products should be in reasonable statistical control. Inherent random variation is present, but variation due to assignable special causes is not. Evaluation or testing of a single item does not allow for item-to-item variation and may not represent the batch or process. Replication is needed to account for this variation among items and treatments. Example. As an example, consider a continuous process which produces items. Batches of items are then processed to treated. Finally, tests and measurements are conducted. Several options might be available to obtain 10 test values. Some possibilities are: 1 finished and treated item might be measured repeatedly to obtain 10 test results. Only 1 item was measured, so there is no replication. The repeated measurements help identify observational error. 10 finished and treated items might be taken from a batch and each measured once. This is not full replication because the 10 samples are not random and not representative of the continuous nor batch processing. 5 items are taken from the continuous process based on sound statistical sampling. These are processed in a batch and tested twice each. This includes replication of initial samples but does not allow for batch-to-batch variation in processing. The repeated tests on each provide some measure and control of testing error. 5 items are taken from the continuous process based on sound statistical sampling. These are processed in 5 different batches and tested twice each. This plan includes proper replication of initial samples and also includes batch-to-batch variation. The repeated tests on each provide some measure and control of testing error. Each option would call for different data analysis methods and yield different conclusions. See also: sample size, test method, design of experiments, degrees of freedom, statistics, statistical process control, statistical ensemble, bibliography. ASTM E12207 Standard practice for calculating sample size to estimate with specified precision the average for a characteristic of a lot or process. Engineering Statistics Handbook, NIST, SCMATEK. PIES Dec. T. Quality Engineering Handbook, 2003. ISBN 0-8247-46147. Godfrey, A. B. Durance Quality Handbook, 1999. ISBN 9780770340039.